everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Today what I wanted to film was just my normal everyday makeup routine. I get a lot of questions about it, specifically like my skin and my eyelashes. I thought I would film this just so you guys can see what I do when I wear makeup. If I'm going somewhere special and I want to look dressed up, this is how I would normally do it. I'm just gonna jump right in, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoy. I actually work a little bit backwards when I do my everyday makeup. I always do my eyelashes first, and I think it's just because I like to fiddle with them and make sure they're just right. That way when I go to do my skin, everything's all set and I don't need to worry about it. So the pair of lashes that I'm starting with today, I'm actually really excited about these. I just got them. I haven't even worn them yet, but they're from Cake Face Beauty. They were like a collaboration lash with an influencer by the name of Kim Tai. They are called Lionhearted is the style. They look like this. The packaging's very glittery and they are large. The way I like them. I'm gonna give these a shot. So, wish me luck. Okay, so I brought us up a little bit closer. The first thing that I always do is a coat of mascara. Lots of people will wait until after their lashes are on and then put mascara on. With bougier lashes like these ones, or mink ones especially, you don't want to get any mascara on them. So in my opinion, the best thing to do is to actually get your mascara on first so that you don't end up getting mascara on the eyelashes. And then the glue that I've been using is still the House of Lashes one. This is the white or clear one. When lashes have a really thick band, I always use clear glue because I feel like you don't need to sort of black it out with a black glue. When they have a clear band, I will use a black glue so that it kind of acts like a liner at the same time. I apply my lashes with tweezers. Yeah, you can see she's long. She's long. With also thicker band lashes, sometimes they can be really stiff. These ones don't seem too bad, but a good thing to do is just kind of curl the band back and forth like this to make it a little bit more flexible, because when they're really stiff, the corners don't stay down very well. That is very annoying. So you can see that this side here is the underneath side. That's where I put my glue, especially when it's a thick band like this. I don't like to put glue on the back side of it, because then you get a lot of it on your skin, and when you look down it's just not as cute. So now you can see I have my glue on there, just here. But you can see when it's tilted back like this, you can't see it in the middle part of the band, which is the goal for me. So from the back, that's what it looks like. It's on the wide part of the band. So in essence, what I end up doing is gluing it to my eyelashes. So I rest the lash onto the eyelash so that it touches the skin as little as possible. That's strictly preference. You'll see me do it, but also the secret to this is letting it dry as long as you can. Okay, so you can see they're huge, and you can also see the glue at my lash line. There's a couple things that I'm gonna do to minimize that, but yeah, that's the gist of how I put it on, so I hope you could kind of see it clearly enough. We're gonna wait for that to dry, and I'm gonna put the other one on, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now this one's on too, and it's still drying, but there's two more things that are really important to do. For me, I feel like I could blow someone away with these. Anyway, my second thing is lash applicators. They're like tweezers, but they're more blunt. I just kind of slide the part that is the shape of my eye along the lash, and then I just give it a squeeze. And that basically just pushes the band onto my eyelash. So that there's no space in between the lash band and my eyelash. I think in terms of like making a lash application seamless, you have to squeeze them because it just pulls the lash right down. Anyway, I know no one in the world spends that much time on their eyelashes, but I do because I'm anal and I like when they're just like, I don't have to worry about them. Anyway, the last thing that I've been doing is using a gel liner and just running it along my upper waterline. I'm going to use the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner, Blackest Black, and a MAC 210 brush. Okay, so now my lashes are on, so at this point is when I move on to skin. Primer wise, I've actually stuck to using this one that I mentioned in my last video. It's actually been pretty good lately. It's good for smoothing out pores. So I just put it at the sides of my nose and across my nose. And at the tip. That's where I have like my biggest pores. I'm actually gonna put a little bit on my forehead too. Lately I've been using Face and Body from MAC. The color is C6 and I'm using it on a Miracle Complexion sponge from Real Techniques and just stippling it into my face. Face and Body is like a super sheer, liquidy, water-based foundation and it's very buildable, but I like it because I just get like a sheer layer of coverage all over my skin, and then I can build it up either with more Face and Body or I can use like powders and stuff to build up my coverage. I like it because it just looks like skin. So next up I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Conceal. This color is medium beige. I'm just going to apply that where I need it and then blend it out with the sponge again. Okay, so now that's all blended, I'm going to set it with some loose powder. This is Coty Airspun powder, an extra coverage translucent. I'm going to grab some of that on my sponge, blow off the excess, and just set my under eye. And then I bring it down the sides of my nose and across the tip, and just my nose too. I'm going to use Pro Longwear powder from MAC. The color is medium dark, just like on a big fluffy setting brush. And that's what I'm going to set like most of my face with. Next I'm going to take some good old Studio Fix powder. This is something I've been loving. It's like an in and out thing for me, but when I'm using like a sheer foundation like Face and Body, I like to build up my coverage with a powder. So Studio Fix powder is great for that. This is an NC42. And I'm going to press that down the bridge of my nose and kind of take away some of that loose powder there. I'm also pressing a little bit of it into the center of my forehead too, just to make it a little bit more bulletproof, a little bit more smooth. That's something I love about Studio Fix powders. I feel like it's very, very smoothing and velvety. This is a different color, this NC47, which is, I'll show you, darker and warmer than my skin tone, but I like to use this as bronzer because it's just like another skin color. And I'm taking that on a dual fiber face brush, and I'm just going to run that along my cheekbones and the perimeter of my face. And then just with whatever's left on the brush in my normal way, I take it down the sides of my nose. Another old thing that I used to use a lot that I don't really anymore, but it's a mineralized skin finish. This one's in the old packaging, that's how long I've had it, and it's from MAC. And the color is Gold Deposit, and this is just like an OG highlighting color from MAC, and I've been loving it. So I'm going to use another dual fiber face brush, grab some of that, put it right on my cheekbone. This makes my skin definitely glowy, but I use it in a more like global way. This, because it's like a bronzer, it adds some color but also some shine. It's gorgeous. It's a little bit more subtle of a glow because of how it's been applied. I'm still using Oh Darling from MAC. It's just like no other. It's just a perfect light golden color. I love it. And I'm taking that on a fluffy brush again. I'm going to put that right at the tops of my cheekbones. Then after the glow up is done, Fix Plus, you know the drill. But yeah, that's all I do to my skin. All. I do mascara on my lower lashes. For my brows, I use a clear brow set. This is from MAC. It was clear at one point. So I'm going to brush that through my brows. And then it takes on my mascara because it has this little tiny wand. And just because I like it. And I comb some of that through to just darken the hair and just make them look a little bit fuller. Doesn't make a massive difference, but I feel like without any color in my brows, they look very sparse, especially when I have these gigantic eyelashes on. The last thing I do, a lip liner and a lip gloss. Strip down, pencil. This is so sad that this is like this on camera, but what can you do? I meant to buy another one, didn't. So this is just gonna have to do. I use lip liner all over my lip and then just swap it off with some gloss. This is just like the perfect nude color for me, this lip pencil. So sometimes I'll leave it just like this if I don't want gloss, but I would say 12 times out of 10 I want to wear lip gloss. So usually if I'm going to do this, I'll just throw the gloss over top. Most often I use this lip gloss. It's called Beige and it's from MAC. Instantly better. That's how it ends up looking when it's done. That's my everyday lip color paired with the rest of my everyday mug. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, leave me a nice comment. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon.